Another concern I've heard is that this year's budget is larger than last year's budget despite a decrease in ADM. Now you might be asking, well, Trustee Myler, why would that be the case? I've got some reasons for you, don't worry. So one of the first things that we could talk about, and I'd like to first thank our legislature for doing this, is through the external cost adjustment. So how you get that guarantee, right? That big long formula I was talking about. The ECA, or the external cost adjustment, goes into that guarantee and essentially said, hey look, it costs more to fuel your buses. It takes more to keep the lights on. It takes more to pay your teachers and your non-professional staff. And it takes more in educational supplies. We're going to increase how much your guarantee is because we recognize that inflation is there. So legislature, thank you for that. It was much appreciated. Overall, that increase was in roughly 7 million. So with that ADM decrease, like I said, less students equals less money. So we lost $2 million in that guarantee, but gained $5 million overall. So there's one way that our budget has increased, specifically the general budget, but overall, yes. Major maintenance, another fund that we have that helps to keep our schools looking nice and up to date and secure, is major maintenance, which that has slightly increased. And another, or actually, so two more. So one more is our federal grants budget, but is larger, and that's partly due to a large carryover that we have. This might seem odd because usually we're thinking about from fiscal year to fiscal year. However, with federal funds, they do have a 27-month window, and they are allowed to roll over each. For example, Title I, though, you are only allowed to keep 50% of that original grant as a rollover, and each grant has their own nuances to it and how it works, how much you're allowed to carry over, that I'm not going to get into right now. But essentially, we had a large, from fiscal year 23 going into fiscal year 24, we had a large carryover budget. So that beginning budget balance, yes, is going to be larger. And I do want to reiterate that these funds are supplanting what we do and using from our general fund. We are funding certain items, for example with Title I, from our general fund, and we're getting supplanting funds from the federal government.